Hello everyone and welcome. This is the Silent K and today we're playing MekHQ. Hello and good morning, Mr. McGorilla. How are you? I'm doing rather well. I'm enjoying my first day off since last time we streamed. So yeah, I had a chance to relax a little bit this morning, which was nice. And then I did chores some this afternoon, and now I'm about to play a game and hang out with you guys. So really can't complain. We are picking up where we left off last week, which was immediately after this hostile facility scenario. We did reinforce and we did pick up some prisoners who basically all defected. We did get some battle loss compensation, 58,000 for the Atlas, 58,000 for the Archer, 280,000 for the Rifleman, which basically lost both of its arms, and a mere 20,000 for the Banshee. 4,000 for the Stalker, 10,000 for the Archer, that's basically just ammo. I did do one thing off screen. While I was sorting my personnel, I noticed that Hikari Ono had 20 XP, so I gave him. Yes, I gave him a point of scrounge, so he is now actually a veteran at scrounging, as well as being an elite administrator. And he has earned, for his dutiful service, he has earned almost 150,000 seed bills in the time he's been with us. So there were a couple of things going on, besides Hikari Ono improving his scrounge, which is really just for fluff, I know. Galatea Lance is going to be out of action for a little while. Aleutian Lance is going to be out of action for a little while. I'm going to give Lieutenant Harry van den Uden a chance to recover. That does mean that Mariana is under repairs and Tonga is ready to go. I was looking at the campaign state. I was planning on deploying either Aleutian or Galatea Lance to this hex to explore these hexes down to 4-2 and 3-2. And I was going to send the other one of those lances to 3-4 to explore these 5 hexes. That would leave 3-0 and 0-4 unexplored. So as soon as Mariana and Tonga return from their deployment and get repaired, we're going to send them to 0-4 and 3-0. Alternately, I could do our scouting lances to 3-1 and 4-3, and that would leave 0-4 and 2-4 unexplored for our heavy lances. Hadn't completely settled on it. I mean, as far as I can tell, there's no way to distinguish one from the other, mechanically speaking. Gribbly, hi, wasn't expecting you tonight. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. We're about to get into some repairs. We've got the Orion from last week still being repaired. We've got the Marauder, which is needing its engine. And actually, I was looking at... let's go back to repair real quick. And I wanted to replace the left torso, but first we have to salvage all the SRM6 ammo bins out of the left torso. So I wanted to go ahead and do that. And I already had those set for ×3 time. Barang, hi, how are you? Glad you could make it. You did say you were going to be a couple minutes late, and you were not joking. You were only a couple of minutes late. I was going to have our green tech and 3 regular techs salvage these ammo bins. That hopefully going to be enough XP for Ethan Labrie to go up to regular. That would be nice. We are going to give him a little extra time so that he only needs a 5+. He did not get the XP. 31st anniversary week. Okay, congratulations. I'm glad you were I'm happy for you, is what I'm trying to say. Um, and yeah, it's always a good time to be nice to the wife. um, let's see. We salvaged the SRM ammo bins. Now it's time to put this into repair mode. We can put the left torso on, but only on a 7, and that's if we have a veteran do it. I could have an elite do it on a 6, or Ediborg do it on a 5. I think I'm going to hang out and wait for Ediborg. I believe Ediborg is actually putting the leg on this hunchback at the moment. I could double check, but it's honestly kind of moot. I don't think Ediborg has any time today, one way or the other. She might have some time tomorrow. The hunchback is being worked on as much as possible, as is the hunter, the marauder, and the Orion as well. I did add some people to the infirmary last week. So Delphine is getting close to having our hands full. Let's see, that's the repair bay. Also in the warehouse, we've got this 300 XL engine out of the Marauder being repaired. I forget who is working on that. We've got a couple of actuators that we could have some veterans working on. We could have Loney knock that out on a 4. We could have B knock this one out on a 4. That'll take her a day or so. And this tank engine, which is a fusion engine, I can have Doodles knock that out on a 3 with a little time to spare. Okay, so that just leaves these 2 items, and they are both being worked on. I think we're ready to advance the day. And then it's gonna be, wait. We didn't salvage anything last week, did we? Because otherwise I might have just made a mistake. I don't think we did. No, the only thing not being maintained is the hunter, and that is salvage, so we're not worried about that. Now we've got some things in the repair bay. We've got the rifleman, which besides needing armor and legs repaired, is also going to need 2 brand new arms. We're going to have to salvage the stuff out of its left arm. And we also don't have any ultra autocannon 5s. Is there any way to get a hold of those? Parts availability 5, campaign availability 2. We are not getting those ultra autocannon 5s anytime soon. Maybe we'll eventually have some bonus parts that we can use, but in the meantime, we might have to replace those with standard autocannons. That's unfortunate. We can have Loney put the right arm back on a 7. Here's hoping. And then the left arm should be around here somewhere, and that'll tell you it must be scrapped because it has a busted shoulder. Is there anything else in that left arm that we need to salvage? Yes, we've still got a large laser and 1 actuator in that arm that needs to be taken out before we can scrap it. So we'll have Anacito take out the laser. We'll have Ethan Labrie knock out this actuator real quick. Still waiting for him to get his 10th XP. We can go back to repair mode. And we can tell it that we want to scrap the left arm. Now we need to replace the left arm, and that's going to be a 2-day job under the best of circumstances. And I haven't really got anyone. I've got Ediborg. Do I want her doing anything else? The rifleman, is that high priority? Marauder, I think, is higher priority with this left torso. So we'll get started on that. The stalker just needs some reloads. We'll have Ethan Labrie knock those out. This hunter is going to be another day or so. The hunchback is work in progress. The marauder. really just needs its left torso. The archer is going to be all armor and ammo. We'll have Ethan knock out the ammo as well, leaving us with plenty of ammo left still. Let's see. Jasa bin Kadar can knock out a couple of these. Let's see. We've still got. Who are we trying to level up? We've got Tamalika with 18 XP. She's almost halfway to elite. Yeah, it looks like Tamalika is our next elite tech, so we're gonna have her knock out anything 30 minutes and below. Even if it means doing it on a 3, I guess. She's got 50 minutes left, and she's up to 19 XP, so she's on the cusp of halfway there. Let's have her do this patch of armor, and then we've got 140 minutes. We'll have Jamel do those on a 2 and a 3. All right, so let's see, we've still got Rifleman needing work. We'll have George. No, we'll have Vernita do the easy armor on that, which is all of one job. We've got some legs and that needs to be repaired. That's gonna be time consuming, but fortunately not too difficult. Well, one of them. The other one, we can have B do that on a 6, but that'll take 3 days. We can have Chris do that on a 4, and it'll take 2 days. That's the way we're gonna go with that. I don't know if we need to reload this ammo bin since we're going to be replacing it probably in the mech bay as soon as everything else is done. The left arm. We could have Veronica do that on a 7, but I don't like the odds of that. I don't know how easy it's going to be to get endosteel left arms. I scroll down to the M's real quick. Left arm endosteel 60 ton. We have 2 of those in stock, so I really am not trying to waste one of them. So we'll hold off. We'll wait for Edborg, maybe. Let me check the right arms, actually. We have 2 right arms as well, so maybe that was a mistake. We'll see, but I'm definitely going to wait for Edborg for the rest of it. The armor, we can have regular do most of that. We'll have Vernita knock that out, leaving her with 120 minutes. And then we can knock that out on a 5. We'll have Shada knock that out. We'll have Shoya knock out the other one. So now it's just the legs and the arms that the rifleman is worried about. The Atlas is all armor and reloads. We'll have Ethan knock that out, and he'll be left with 150 minutes. We'll have William is high up in the listing for next to Elite as well. But we're gonna have Tamalika knock out this 5 and this 10, or try to, just to get those out of the way and try to earn some XP. And then we've got Halima can knock out this 100-minute job, or try to, and gain an XP trying. Veronica can knock out, yes, she can knock that out. So the rifleman's a work in progress. The archer is going to take minimal time except for that left leg. Actually, why is the left leg going to take forever? Is that in really bad condition or something? It's in kind of bad condition. We'll change that to 110 minutes. We'll have Veronica knock that out. We'll have Guillaume knock out the other 3 jobs. And that's out of the list. Alright, that just leaves the Banshee. We can have Veronica knock that out. 25 minutes, we can have Jamel knock those out. 50 and 35 is 85. That's not gonna work. We'll have B do the rest of these armors. And of course, Ethan will knock out these ammos. So that just leaves the rifleman, which has lost its arms and busted leg. We've got the Marauder, which is waiting on its left torso and engine. We've got the Hunchback, which is waiting on a leg and a cockpit. And the Hunter should be ready done tomorrow. What else have we got? Do we have anything in the warehouse that we can... Just the XL engine, which is being worked on. Do have a couple guys with 30 XP, but they're saving up for 40 so they can become elites. Oh yeah, yeah, we want to be up here, and we want to be up here soon. So Mariana is down because of the rifleman. Tonga is ready to go. Galatea is still injured, so is Aleutian. We can have Tonga. We'll have Tonga knock out this one. Hopefully we don't run into any trouble. Oh no, a hostile early warning center. Our primary forces are already committed. It's going to be a heavy urban city dense map. And that'll be happening, looks like, today. Yeah, that is pending for Sunday, June 10th. Alright. So that was not what I was hoping would happen. We've got enemy base turrets. We've got a quad SRM-6 turret, a quad flamer turret, single medium laser, which I'm not too worried about, and a quad LRM-15 turret, which I kind of am, even with a 5.6 pilot. The primary op 4, we've got a Savannah Master, a Pack Rat, a Galleon, a Pegasus, so 4 relatively inconsequential tanks, a Javelin, a Wolfhound, a Clint, and a Vedette, which is a relatively 2-3 and a Clint, or 2-4 and a Clint 2-3, which is not a big threat. We've got a Harasser, a Pack Rat, a Galleon, and another Harasser, also not super big threats. We've got a Striker, a J. Edgar, a Pack Rat, and a Saladin. And then we've got 3 foot platoons. That Saladin is probably going to be the biggest threat. Other than that, it's really just going to be their numbers is going to be the big deal. We also have 4 Lightnings with regular and better pilots. And I don't know when they'll be deploying, but they're going to raise some havoc for sure. We do have 2 rerolls. It's a daylight clear calm mission right now. We could change the terrain. Yeah, city streets I think tend to favor aircraft because you're lined up and then the aircraft can strafe along that line and just catch his choice of targets. So we might be changing the terrain a bit. We've got 1 reroll. We're going to go light urban, town wooded. Okay. That still leaves us these turrets that we could then capture. I don't know what effect an early warning center has on the campaign, but if I can capture it, I would like to capture it. I wonder if these lightnings come prepackaged with bombs, or if they're just going to be strafing. If they've got bombs, that could be a problem one way or the other. I was thinking about turning it into maybe a Dawn Dusk mission with our last reroll. But bombs target the hex, not the mech, so they're pretty much guaranteed to hit. That said, it might be worth limiting the visibility of the enemies just so that we're only taking on so many of them at a time. Just because there are like 20 of them. And our mission, our objective is to destroy or cripple all the designated turrets. Capturing this facility will allow it to be destroyed as well. Destroy or rout 75% of all hostile units present, Federated Commonwealth turrets and OPFOR. Destroy or force the withdrawal of the following forces and units surrender the facility inoperative. That's the base turrets. Leave intact the following forces to be able to take control of the facility, and that's the base turrets. Crippled turrets are considered intact for the purposes of this objective. And destroy, cripple, or force the withdrawal of 75% of the Federated Commonwealth forces to take control of the facility. I would like to be able to take control of the facility, but as we established last week, it may be difficult. Imisa. Those lightning arrows won't need bombs. They all have autocannon 20s. Oh, I had forgotten about that. Do they? Autocannon 20, 4 medium lasers, and thunder bombs, cluster bombs, inferno bombs, and no bombs. Actually, I think I want to reinforce. We can... Who can we have reinforce? Mariana can leave the rifleman behind. How many lances am I running at the moment? I currently have a total of 4 lances of mechs at my disposal. 3 of them are not combat ready, however. And yeah, AC-20s would be bad. So hopefully, man, autocannon 20s and bombs. That's a force to be reckoned with. I want to bring Mariana, I think. Sans the rifleman. Alternatively, I could bring the Orion and the Grasshopper. Or I could bring a Lucian Lance. Harry van den Uden does have a concussion, which will make him a 3-5 pilot for the time being. Unless that's already accounted in which case he's normally a 3-3 pilot. Let me double check. Mech Warrior, Harry van den Uden. He is a 3-4 pilot. I assume that's before the +1 piloting injury penalty. So that would make him a 3-5. And the Spider... The Spider was not capable of taking an autocannon 20, nor is it capable of surviving a heavy bombing run, which it would be subject to. We could leave the Spider behind and just take the Quick Draw, the Wolverine, and the Cronus, which I think is what I'm going to do. Manage scenario, Mariana Lance is available. Lucian Lance is not available. That's unfortunate because I was really hoping to get a second Lance in there. But it looks like the best we're going to be able to do is going to be messing with the time frame, the daylight cycle. Okay, so we've got a quad SRM turret. Let me actually organize these guys into a compact display. Let's see, the unknown hostiles. We've got an elite pilot in the Lightning, and that's the one with the thunder bombs. He is the biggest bad guy on the field. Smaller than all of my guys, but bigger than any of the others. The second biggest guy is this 4/4 in lightning with the cluster bombs. And he is also smaller than all of my guys, but bigger than any of the others. The same actually goes for the other two lightnings as well, the 3/5 and the 4/5. And that actually, because they do have bombs weighing them down, they're less maneuverable, which does impact their battle value in a negative fashion. At least they're all hostile to the enemies too. Yeah, but I'm not willing to count on being able to handle all 20 of these enemy units plus 4 potentially hostile lightnings coming in and just wrecking everything. It's going to be super chaotic. And I think so the map is going to look something like this. It's going to have a fair amount of wooded cover and some water and some buildings in the center, which are going to have turrets. There's going to be some roads, but those are not going to be the kind of roads that necessarily we want to follow, on account of they're not really straight lines, and they don't really help us save movement points except maybe through these woods or these woods. Yeah, let's go ahead and make this a dawn dusk mission with our second reroll. And hopefully that keeps us from taking too much damage from the LRM turret, maybe the Clint. The Saladin we're going to have to keep an eye out for. Everything else is mostly medium lasers and SRMs, looks like. A couple autocannons, medium pulse laser. Yeah, that Saladin with the autocannon 20. The Pegasus, no, the Wolfhound with a large laser. Sorry, I was going a little faster than I meant to. And of course the lightning is raining havoc on everything. I think we are about ready to deploy. Trying to think if there's anything I'm forgetting. We can change the camo of the unknown hostiles. We've got pirates. We can make them green. Dedrickson's Devils, sure, why not? Just to make them stand out from the enemies a bit. Alright, for deployment, we have one initiative behind the unknown hostiles, which I guess are deploying on round 5. I wasn't really paying attention. The only thing that makes sense to me. Everyone's at 100%, so I guess we've one initiative against Team 2. Yeah, it does seem like the unknown hostiles have been quite the active force the last couple of missions. This mission and the last mission, for anyone who missed last week's episode, last week we did have a battle against some unknown hostile ground forces, including a 1-3 pilot in an Atlas. Which was quite scary and rather dictated the course of the mission, because we were trying as hard as we could to stay out of his line of sight. That's the mission where the rifleman lost his arms, not to the Atlas, but he did take significant damage at the hands of the enemy forces, the combined enemy forces. We can try to wait them out and maybe let the enemy forces take out the unknown hostiles, but they're not even going to show up until round 5, so I don't know if that's necessarily going to be the best move. Hoser can maybe start here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we can run to this hex in 2 turns from where we are. We'll have the blackjack. Do we have any sensor returns yet? We do not. Actually, now that we're out of the city, hopefully the mag scan will be more effective. Because one thing I've found is that radar is not the best form of detection in most situations. Mag scan, for the most part, seems to give you better range on your sensors. And I think I want everyone to stay grouped up. Have Warwolf go 1, 2, 3, 4, and have to wait a turn. 3, 4, 5. He'll be able to stay ahead of Hoser, just barely. Let's see. The Blackjack and the Archer both have jump jets, so they can start maybe a little further out. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll have her start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So into those heavy woods in 1 turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into those heavy woods on turn 2. And the blackjack. Oh. The blackjack can start here, I think, in 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll start here, and 1, 2, 3, 4 will be in these heavy woods on turn 1. Then maybe these heavy woods on turn 2. So yeah, we've got the first couple of turns mapped out. We have 1 initiative going into round 1. And we've got some blips. We've got sensor return. We've got a total of 6 sensor returns in the center of the map, including 1 on the road, 2, 3 in the water. Might be hover tanks or mechs, and 1 in these woods. Hoser was going to move into those woods. Tsubasa was going to jump into these woods. That's going to give him eyes on 4 of those sensor returns. Yeah, we'll do that. What do we got? We've got some tanks. We've got a medium laser turret and a flamer turret, not too worried about them. We've got a galleon and a striker, and we've got another sensor return in the water. Could be a hover tank, could be a mech. Ash going to jump here for the plan. And Warwolf is going to end up, nope, here for the plan. Alright, Striker needs a 3 for reckless driving, gets a 7. I don't think we have eyes on anything. Blocked by woods, outside of visual range. Tsubasa has eyes on the galleon on a 10. Or the striker on a 9. The galleon has a couple medium lasers and a medium pulse. The striker has an LRM-10 and maybe some other stuff. We'll go ahead and take the easier shot. We'll go 2 over for that. That last mission we had heavy snowfall, which was really nice. It made all of our mechs so able to just fire everything. We're not going to be able to do that this mission. Except maybe the Stalker. The Stalker, the way it bracket fires is really efficient. The Blackjack, missing on 9s with a 4 and an 8. Medium building 130019 absorbs a bunch of damage, which I mean, 20 points of damage, it's destroyed, and then it takes another 25, 30, 43, 53, 63. Yeah, that was a bit of overkill. I don't know which building that was. Everyone's at 0 heat except for Tsubasa. We've lost initiative going into round 2. Fighters deploying on round 5. We're at 100%. Primary out4 is at 99.29. Unknown hostiles are at 83. And again, that's because they've got bombs slowing them down. Yeah, that is one dead building. Looking to see if I can tell which building it was. It looks like maybe this one. I didn't catch the hex number of the building that was getting destroyed, but that's the only rubble I see rubble over here too. Anyway, yeah, first couple of turns laid out, we're moving to here. We're moving to here. And you know what? There's no reason to face the water. We're going to here. And Warwolf is advancing all of 2 hexes through the heavy woods. Harasser needs a 6, gets an 11. Poser. Hello is blocked by woods. Do we? Oh, we have eyes on a javelin. We can hit him on 10s. Or he's on a 43 building. We could hit that with 14 points and he would fall 2 levels. Yeah, we'll fire 1 PPC at him and hopefully it hits, but if it doesn't, we will be collapsing the building under. We can't see the building under him because it's blocked by woods. Well, that makes me sad. Alright, as soon as we can get the Savannah Master details out of our way. So I guess we're going to be taking 10s with everything. And staying cool. We might land a hit. We might get super lucky and crit his ammo or something, but I'm not counting on it. We've got the Pegasus on 12s. We've got the Javelin on 11s. Is it worth going 4 over on 11s? I don't think it is. We're gonna fire 1 large laser. Let's see. The Archer. Got the Savannah Master on a 16. At the Harasser on an 18. Wow, I thought the Savannah Master would be the faster of the 2. Can he hit the Javelin building? Blocked by terrain. Or she, I should say. No targets for Ash. Warwolf has the Javelin outside of visual and sensor range. So no targets. We can maybe knock out this flamer turret, but I would like to keep the base intact. Maybe we can knock out this. It was a quad LRM-15 turret, yeah? Yeah, it was. It is sadly out of range. Maybe next turn. Alright, Hoser missing on 3 10s, the Blackjack missing on an 11. No surprises there. The Harasser shooting at Hex 1327 to clear it, knocking it down 10 points. The Javelin shooting at Hex 1327 to try to clear it too. Lightwood's converted to rough. Don't know why he's firing his missiles at woods. The Pegasus missing on 12s at the Blackjack. So shots are being fired, but no connections are being made. The Javelin is now at 8 heat because apparently he really wanted those woods dead. And we have beaten Team 2 for initiative going into round 3. Hoser will advance at a run into those woods, and next turn will probably be his last turn advancing. Let me see. Warwolf will go ahead and advance into those woods. That should give him eyes on something. Tsubasa has eyes on the pack rat at medium range, barely. And the pack rat moved 5 hexes for a TMM of 2, which would mean that we would need 2, 3, 4 for range, 5, 6 for movement, 7 for the light woods he's in. Yeah, I'll take the pack rat on a couple of 7s. If not, something else pokes its head out and makes itself a better target. We've got the Clint up here, which jumped 6 for a TMM of 3. Do we want to jump? I don't know if we do. I'd like to have some better target numbers. We can't run through the water. We're in a heavy woods. We can see the Clint. It's long range. Ash likes medium range. I just remembered. Ash does not like to be up close. She likes to be at that 4 to 6 hex range. She has the ability where it swaps that range bracket with her short range bracket, so she's actually a better shot at medium range than at close range. Hoser has the pack rat on 11s. Does he have the LRM 15 turret? No, he doesn't. So the pack rat on 11s looks like the best shot we're gonna have. We'll go ahead and take that. Tsubasa at the pack rat on 8s. Oh, because Dawn Dusk. We'll go up. We'll throw in a medium laser for 1 heat, just to keep those heat sinks working. Ash at the pack rat needs 11s. At the Clint needs 13s. Oh, dang. Well, I guess we'll take some shots at the pack rat while we're here. Not enough to build up any heat, but enough to, you know, threaten it a little bit. We've got the pack rat on 11s. We've got the LRM turret on 3s. And that is a construction factor 50 building, so those should potentially crit. Actually, so let's skip the 2 larges. Nope, we're not going to skip the 2 larges because we don't have any other targets. I was going to try to maybe make the turret our secondary target, but there's really no point in that. We're not going to be able to hit with any of the short range stuff. The LRMs for 20 points. 20 and 16 is 36. It definitely should be able to survive that. Oh, he is shooting at Ash. He needs 10s. We've got him on 5s with the LRMs. We might be able to get a crit out of that. Honestly, if we kill the LRM 15 turret, I would not be mad at that. The pack rat on an 11 lands 3 SRMs on Tsubasa's right arm and left torso, down to 10 armor on that arm. Hoser on 11's missing with everything. Tsubasa on 8s, hitting the pack rat in the front for 8, leaving it with 8, and a medium laser following that up, leaving it with 3. The Clint firing at Ash needs an 11 with the autocannon, gets an 8. Ash at the pack rat on 11s, missing with everything. The LRM 15 turret missing on 10s. The Stalker lands a large laser on the LRM turret, hits it in the ammunition, taking 900 damage, reducing its construction factor to 0. So yeah, that's an LRM 15 turret destroyed, and the LRMs are kind of wasted. And that is the one and only turret we can destroy and still have any hope of capturing this facility. Everyone's at 0 heat except for Tsubasa, who is at 1. Sound like a mushroom cloud should be there. Yeah, 900 points of damage is, I think, more than most mechs do when they go critical. We have one initiative going into round 4. We're at 99%. Primary op 4 is at 96%. Everything else is unchanged. Turrets actually are down to 38% of their forces. Let's see. Hoser will advance into these woods and probably stop there. Tsubasa. Might be able to take some shots at the Savannah Master. Behind a height 3 building, so we're not going to be able to see it. That's a height 1 building, which I think is still going to obscure anything in the hex behind it. Let's just hop back into these woods and hope that we get a shot. Okay, the pack rat has unloaded some infantry. Do we try to take out some infantry into pack rat? Range is going to be 4 hexes, which is medium range, which is exactly where Ash likes it. Yeah, I think we're potentially about to knock out a pack rat. And Warwolf will advance on the Clint, just to be evasive, keep it at 5 hexes. 6 hexes? No, 5 hexes is going to be better for the large lasers. Clints are kind of well armed for their size. They have a sniper weapon and a couple of backup weapons, but mainly they have very little armor. They make up for that with their evasion, and this guy, not super evasive this turn. He only jumped 4 hexes. So if I can get him at close range with the large lasers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's gonna be 2, 3, 4 for running, 5, 6, 7 for the woods, 8, 9 for his movement. -2 for specialization. I'm gonna need 7s. There's a good chance I'll do some good damage to him on 7s with large lasers. Pack rat needs a 6, gets a 9. Pegasus needs a 5, gets a 9. Harasser needs a 6, gets a 7. Everybody successfully flanks and turns. Alright, Hoser has the Clint on 10s, has the Savannah Master on 7s. Has the pack rat on 7s as well. Has the foot platoon on 4s. But 1 trooper killed per, or 2 troopers, because they're out in the open, killed per PPC is not the most efficient use. I think I'm going to take these 7s on the Savannah Master, try to knock out their scout. And we'll throw in a 9 just to put us at 2 heat, in case that helps any. Tsubasa at the Savannah Master on 10s, at the Clint on 13s. Might make a difference. We'll be at 3 heat over. Ash at the pack rat on 10s. So that's 4 for gunnery. Ash has a 4 gunnery. That's not the best. Plus 1 for Dawn Dusk is 5. Down to 3 for weapon specialist. 6 for jumping. 9 for his movement. 10 for the woods. It's not as easy of a shot as I was thinking it was going to be. We've got the infantry on 7s. That might actually be worth doing. Might do some damage there. And then Warwolf at the Clint on 8s as predicted. If we can land even one of those, he's going to be hurting for it. We'll go to 33 on 12s. And then we'll throw in some LRMs as well, also on 12s. And we'll stay sitting at 1 heat. That'll be 4 rounds of ammunition. That leaves us 10 rounds with the 10 turns with the LRMs. Shouldn't be a problem. Alright, the pack rat missing the stalker on a 9. Hoser at the savannah on 7s hits with 7s and 9s, hits 3 out of 4. The first hit just obliterates the savannah master. So the other 2 hits are kind of unnecessary, but on 7s and 9s I felt like it was worth taking the shot. And that's going to be a very small stencil for Hoser to paint on his mech. Savannah Master is what, like 5 tons? The medium laser turret on a 7 hitting the stalker in the right arm for 4. The Clint hitting the stalker in the left leg for 5 with that autocannon. The Blackjack missing the Savannah Master, which is fine because it's dead. The Pegasus missing on 10s. Ash at the foot platoon, which is caught out in the open, hitting with 1, 2, 3, 4 medium lasers, which is enough to kill 8 guys, leaving 4 of them alive. The Savannah Master missed on 11. The Stalker at the Clint hits with both large lasers to the left leg and right torso, leaving it with 0 arm on the leg and going internal on the torso. All the mediums miss on 12s, all the LRMs miss on 12s, but we did what we were trying to do with those larges. 1 more hit to that right torso, and he has lost his autocannon, I believe. Yeah, because that's on the right arm. 1 more hit to that leg. No, it'll take a PPC to the leg to leg him, or a solid kick. So we're not quite there yet, but we did some good work. Everyone's at 1, 2, or 3 heat, including the Clint. And it is now round 5, so the enemy reinforcements, or the unknown hostiles, will be deploying this turn, and they'll be probably bombing the crap out of a lot of people this turn. Possibly the turrets, we'll see. Hoser. Do we have eyes on any of these guys? I don't see any sensor returns. No, we've got no airborne contacts. All the same, I think Hoser going to back up a hex into these woods just to put a little bit more cover between him and everyone else. Tsubasa will jump into these woods and unload some medium lasers. Should only take a couple of hits to kill that foot platoon. Was that? Who was that just jumped? Was it a jump? I'm not sure. I'll have to check the footage on that one. Ash. 2, 3, 4, 5. We can jump into these woods. And also try to kill that foot platoon. I know it's a low priority target, but it's the best target we've got. Actually, speaking of having a good target, we're at medium range. Yeah, I think we're gonna stand still, actually. Hopefully the pack rat doesn't go anywhere. We can finish it off this turn as well. Warwolf will run forward. No. Warwolf will back up and maintain his position at a range of 3 hexes from the Clint. That is medium laser range. He jumped 6 for TMM of 3. So that's going to be 2, 3 for walking, 4, 5, 6, and 7 for the woods that he landed in. That's going to be 7s. We are going to really put a hurting on that Clint this turn. Saladin needs a 3, gets an 8 for flanking and turning. Where is that Saladin? He's still a ways off, so we don't have to worry about him just yet. Hoser only has eyes on the foot platoon on 4s, so we'll take a cooldown turn. Tsubasa likewise only has the foot platoon on 6s. We'll do 1, 2. There's no point in overheating. There's only 4 of them and they're out in the open. Ash taking fire from the medium laser turret needs a 7 because she stood still. We've got the Clint on 8s. Yeah, we'll definitely start with that. And then Warwolf at the Clint on 7s. That'll be the larges, that'll be the mediums. That'll be both SRM 6s. That puts us at 4 over for the turn. Nysa says, can't wait for the airstrike carnage. Yeah. I'm not looking forward to it personally. We've got a bunch of sensor returns here. I'm not sure where they deployed, actually. I might be able... Excuse me for a second. Where are they deploying? They're deploying at the northeast. So they're coming from somewhere up in this region. They might be dropping their bombs on these guys on their way down to come engage us. Or they might not be trying to engage us at all. We'll see. In the meantime, we're going to take down a Clint with some laser and SRM fire. Alright, Hoser fired his PPCs and killed 4 guys. Well done. The SRM platoon missing Ash. Building 160021 takes 10 points of damage, leaving it with 1 structure. Tsubasa firing lasers at the foot platoon. Building 160021 takes 6 points of damage and is destroyed. Medium laser turret on a 7, hitting Ash in the center torso for 4. Ash at the Clint hits him in the left leg down to 5 structure. The right torso again, destroying it and blowing off his arm, critting on... Well, the heat sink and the jump jet were going to be destroyed anyways. 2 points transferring into the center torso. The Clint at Warwolf hits him in the center torso and the right leg for 5 each. Stalker at the Clint hits him in the center torso and the left arm with large lasers. Medium laser to the right torso transfers to the center torso, critting on his engine. The left leg is destroyed. And 4 SRMs to the center torso, left arm, right leg. And then 3 SRMs to the center torso, left leg, left torso, and left arm. The left arm is destroyed as well. Center torso has 2 structure. The Clint falls because he lost a leg, takes 4 to the right leg, leaving him with 2 armor. Needs a 14 to avoid hurting the pilot. Needs a 3 to stay conscious, gets a 7. Warwolf is at 4. The Clint apparently lost so many heat sinks and took an engine hit or 2. Did he take 2? He jumped 6. 2 medium lasers and an autocannon is another 7. That's 13. So yeah, he took 2 engine hits, gaining 23 heat, needs a 4+ to avoid shutdown, gets 12. Stalker is at 4 heat. Everyone else is running cool. And we have won the dice off, so we are going last. We're at 98.7%. The primary op 4 is at 83%. So are the unknown hostiles, although for a different reason. Hoser is going to stand still this turn. Tsubasa going to maybe try to flank this pack rat. Ash and jump into the woods that the Clint was in and maybe get eyes on this sensor return at a range of 6 hexes, which is good for her. Oh, it's still just a sensor return, even though we have eyes on it. What the heck? We clearly have eyes on that sensor return from where we are, even with Warwolf. That must be airborne. We will run into these woods to get us eyes on these 3 sensor returns, and maybe take pot shots at the Pegasus if it is the best target. Okay, the Clint ejects, need is at 12 and gets a 2, takes 5 damage, which kills the pilot. So that's unfortunate. The Saladin needs a 3, gets a 10. The Pegasus needs a 5, gets an 11. And I saw Warwolf is going to be the target of at least 2 airstrikes, it looks like. Hoser has the Lightning 151 on 7s, Lightning 150 on 5s, Lightning 149 is outside of visual range. So that was what? 7s, 5s. Looks like we've got. Looks like 5's our best bet. We'll go ahead and take those shots. We'll throw in a 7, and that'll make us heat neutral. Tsubasa at the Pack Rat on 8s. We'll do 1 large and 1, 2, 3, 4 mediums, putting us 2 over. Ash at the Striker on 13s. At the Lightning on 14s. At the Lightning on 10s. Pegasus on 14s. Lightning is not in arc. 10s. We've got 2 Lightnings on 10s. We'll go for the same one Hoser is shooting at. Maybe we'll try to take it down. That'll put us at 1 heat. And then Warwolf has all the arrows pointing at him. This could get messy. We've got the Pack Rat on 7s. We've got the Javelin on 8s. We've got the Pegasus on 7s. The Javelin, we might get lucky and crit his ammo. The Saladin is going to be a problem here shortly. We've got him on 9s. 9s and should be 8s with the LRMs. Oh wait, we're not specialized in the LRMs, so that's going to be 9s and what, 13s? Ugh. We'll go for the Javelin on 8s and 12s. We'll go heat neutral with 3 of the LRM 5s. Oh, that was Inferno damage. There's that airstrike carnage you were hoping for. Medium laser turret hits Lightning in the aft, critting on the engine. Saladin hits the Stalker, almost hits the Stalker. Needs a 12, gets an 11. Needs an 11 to ignite, gets a 10, so almost starts a fire in Warwolf's Hex. The Pack Rat at the Blackjack missing on a 9. The Harasser at the Stalker missing on 12s. The Lightning at the Stalker missing with the autocannon on an 8 gets a 4. Whew. And 1 medium laser to the center torso. Hoser at Lightning 150 hits it in the left wing, hits it in the left wing, hits it in the aft, possibly out of control, and hits it in the left wing with the large laser. Lightning 150 hits the Pack Rat with some Inferno bombs, causing no effect. The Javelin is going to take 10 more heat. The Pack Rat is immobile, and the cargo or infantry is hit. The Javelin is going to take another 10 heat. The Pack Rat is stunned. The cargo and infantry is hit again 2 more times. And the Javelin has maxed out his heat cap. And then the Pack Rat takes no more damage from the Inferno bombs. Oh. Crew stunned for 2 turns. How many bombs was he holding? Crew stunned for 3 turns. Misses and hits Hex 1828. Crew stunned for 4 turns. The blackjack at the pack rat hits him in the left side, costing him a movement point. Hits him in the front, destroying it and killing the pack rat. The lightning needs an 8, gets an 8. Oh no, the lightning takes 8 damage to the nose from an unknown source, which does get a crit and injures the pilot, forcing his first consciousness check. The javelin missing the lightning on 11s. The lightning dive bombing the pack rat with cluster bombs, immobilizing it, destroying it. The Saladin takes 10 damage to the rear. The Saladin takes 5 to the rear and has 0 armor. The Harasser takes 5 to the rear and is destroyed. The Saladin takes another 5 to the rear and is destroyed. The pack rat takes 5 to the front. The Javelin takes 5 to the left torso, leaving it with 3 armor. The pack rat takes 5 to the front. The Javelin takes 5 to the left arm, leaving it with 1 armor. Pack rat takes 5 to the front, destroying it. The Javelin takes 5 to the left arm, leaving it with 1 structure. The Pegasus takes 5 to the front, leaving it with 21 armor and costing it a movement point. The Javelin takes another 5 to the left leg, critting on his upper leg. Maybe we can knock him down this turn. Hex 1929 is converted to Lightwoods. Ash at the lightning on 10s hits him in the right wing for no effect, leaving it with 30 armor. The Pegasus at the Stalker hits with 4 SRMs to the right torso and right leg. The pack rat at the lightning missing on 11. The Striker at the Stalker hits with 8 LRMs to the left torso and left arm. Stalker at the Javelin missing with everything, unfortunately. The Javelin needs a pair of 7s because he lost an actuator and took 20 plus damage. Gets a 7 and a 5. Takes 3 to the right leg. Needs a 7 to avoid hurting the pilot. Gets a 7. Warwolf needs a 5 to stay standing for taking 20 plus damage, gets a 4. Takes 9 damage to the right torso and left arm. Needs a 5 to avoid damage, narrowly succeeds with a 5. Alright. Blackjack is at 2 heat, Archer is at 1, everyone else is running cool. The Lightning, 149. Needs a 6 to stay in control, gets a 3, loses 4 elevation, crashes, takes 60 damage to the nose and the wings, which does not destroy it. Lightning 150 is also out of control, loses 2 elevation, but does not hit the ground. Fire was started in 4 hexes this round, and light smoke fills a bunch more hexes. We're at 97.4%, the base turrets are at 38%, the primary op4 is at 55%, unknown hostiles are down to 76%. Because one of their guys lawn darted. Alright, Hoser. Do we want to stay where we are out of the action? Or do we want to move forward a hex? It doesn't really open up any fresh targets for us. We're just moving it forward 2 hexes, 3 hexes, or 4 hexes. Does Hoser just want to wait for them to come to him? Or would he like to advance and get into the thick of action? Meanwhile, Warwolf will be getting up. We will be using Careful Stand. I think that means he's going to need like a 4 because he's got no or minimal arms. Yeah, Careful Stand in the Stalker is the way to go. We've got a sensor return in our flank, and that must be flying because we don't have eyes on it, even though we have eyes on the hex. Hoser's working on a sniper skill. He's okay with long-range battle. Alright, well, even if that means not having a target, So that was the cluster bombs and the inferno bombs. That just leaves the thunder bombs. We will jump into how tall are these buildings? Height 2, height 2. Okay. So we're not gonna see them from there. We can't see them from there either. We'll jump into those heavy woods and hope a target presents itself. Tsubasa. We'll jump into these heavy woods. Try to get eyes on something. And Hoser will advance 1 hex and hope something comes into sight. Alright, Stalker needs a 4 for standing up, gets an 8, which is nice. Starting with Hoser, we've got Lightning 148, who is not in arc for some reason. Oh, we've got him on 8s. We've got Lightning 151 is outside of range. Yeah, it looks like that'll be 8s. And we'll do that with 3 PPCs on a large, on a 10. Maybe do some good there. Tsubasa. Also has him on 8s. Does he have any other targets? We've got Lightning 151 on 10s. We've got the Flamer turret on 4s, which I'm not super worried about. We've got Lightning 150 is out of range. Yeah, I think we're going to flip arms and we're going to take the 8s where we've got them. We'll not throw in the medium lasers because we're already 4 over. Ash has 148 is out of range. 151 on 12s. Well, that's not much of a choice, but it's a choice. We're not going to build up any heat on 12s though. Warwolf has 148 on 6s. Has 151 on 6s as well. Let's try to spread the damage out a little bit. Maybe we can lawn dart them both. 6s and 10s. And 6s. The LRMs. We'll go up to 4 heat for that, with some nice bracket firing. Oh, I saw minefields. Lightning 151 hits the javelin in the right torso with the autocannon, the left leg and right torso with medium lasers. The javelin, I'm surprised he did not blow up. That's 25 damage to his right torso. That should be enough to transfer into the center torso. Oh, we can't pull it up. That means he's dead. The medium laser turret hits lightning in the right wing, critting on a medium laser. Hoser, that was lightning 151. Hoser at lightning 148. Hits it in the aft, critting on the engines. Hits it in the nose, critting on the pilot. Hits it in the right wing for no crit and misses with the large laser. Lightning 150 takes a random 5 points of damage to the left wing for no effect. Blackjack at lightning 148 hits it in the nose, critting on the sensors. Lightning 150 taking more damage to the left wing and the aft and the nose. Going internal and possibly critting but not. Ash at the lightning on 12s missing with everything. Lightning 148 at hex 1828 hits with everything. Lightning 148, taking 5 damage to the left wing, critting on a medium laser, taking 2 damage each to the aft, the left wing, the aft, the left wing, and the aft for 3 more. Stalker, that's our werewolf at the lightning, hits lightning 151 in the nose for no effect. Medium lasers on 10s, both to the left wing and the nose again. LRM 5s on 6s hits with, looks like 12 LRMs, all to the left wing, down to 19 armor there. No one has to make a PSR because no one took 20 plus damage, or at least no mechs. We can start leveling this building. And we can start leveling this building, just to get them out of the way. For 15 and 17 points. The first one's about dead. The second one's going to take a couple more of those. Tsubasa and Werewolf are both at 4 heat. Hoser's right is at 1. Everyone else is running cool. Lightning 148 stays in control. Lightning 150 is already out of control. Actually regains control. Lightning 151 loses an elevation. Inferno fire is burning brightly. Lots of smoke. More fire was started this round. We've got the primary outfor down to 51% of their forces. We're down to 97% of ours. Unknown hostiles are at 66% of theirs. Alright. Hoser still has eyes on nobody yet. I want to get him where he can do some good, but at the same time I don't want to get him too close. Werewolf is in heavy woods, light woods. These are heavy woods, but they're also on fire. Doesn't have anything in his legs, does he? As far as, nope. We could come up here and engage the flamer turret. We've got nothing but sensor returns otherwise. I'm not sure who is where. We'll have Ash. Ash can jump to here and maybe take some shots at whoever this is. Who is that? That is, oh, that's a lightning. That's another lightning. We've got a Pegasus right in front of us and an immobile J. Edgar over here, who is prime target for kicking. But I don't see anyone that we can really lay into with the lasers, except maybe the Wolfhound. Wolfhound is behind a level 1 building, so it might be impossible to hit, but that is a range of 5, which is perfect for us. Tsubasa can engage Mask on a 2+. Try to come in for the flank here. Jump into these woods next turn, maybe. Needs a 3 or higher. We made it. Good deal. Hoser will stand still and provide air support, or anti-air support. Werewolf. How big is this building? 30. We will. That one's 17. We can kick that down next turn. That one's 21. That'll be a laser and a kick. Yeah, we'll move into the Inferno round fire this turn. Alright, Blackjack needed a 3 to avoid mask failure, gets an 8. Grady Gray ejects from the Javelin, needs an 8, gets an 11. Javelin destroyed by ejection. Harasser is on fire, needs an 8 plus to avoid damage, gets a 5. Critical hit on the front to no effect. Lightning flies off the map. Does not say flee, it says flies off the map. Harasser is on fire, needs an 8 plus to avoid damage, fails to avoid damage with a 3. Critical hit to the front is no effect. Hoser has eyes on. We got the flamer turret, guaranteed hit. We've got the medium laser turret, guaranteed hit. But I don't really want to destroy either of them. We've got the SRM-6 turret is blocked by terrain. You know what? Let's try and crit this medium laser. It's got 37. So if we hit it with 3, that should be 3 potential crits. So we'll go 10. Oh, no, yeah, it's gonna have to be 3. Medium lasers aren't in range. Alright, that'll be a cooldown turn, and hopefully we can crit that medium laser and it'll stop being a threat. Tsubasa has eyes on the SRM-6 turret, which is blocked by terrain. Eyes on nobody this turn. Ash at the Lightning on 7s, at the Pegasus on 10s, at the J. Edgar on 5s. 9s on the Harasser and the Galleon. 7s. Lightning is crippled. Cruise 0, velocity 0, altitude 0. So he is out of the fight. Unless he can turn. I don't know if he... I know he's got landing gear. I know he has movement points on the ground. I don't know how many. I'm hoping he doesn't turn and face me with that autocannon 20. And we'll be targeting the J. Edgar on the left side with 5s. We'll go up to 1 heat to kill the J. Edgar, hopefully. Warwolf has eyes on nobody. Except maybe the flamer turret and the medium laser turret, which we're not trying to kill. I saw stunned, it looked like. No critical hit, crew stunned, medium laser jams. Okay, so. But at this point, we're going to have to stop shooting that turret, otherwise we will kill it. The Galleon missing Ash on a 9. Medium laser turret hitting Ash in the right leg for 5. The J. Edgar hitting a medium laser... Sorry, Ash hitting the J. Edgar in the left side. The turret, the left side, the turret 2 more times. The left side down to 2 structure. So hopefully we can finish that off with a kick. I was really hoping to get the kill. The Harasser missing on 11s, the Pegasus missing on a 10. Let's go ahead, we will try to kick on a 0. Warwolf will destroy this building with a kick. Alright, yeah. Ash kicked it in the left side and destroyed it. Stalker kicked the building and just barely destroyed it. Ash is at 1 heat, everyone else is running cool. Lots of fire, lots of inferno fires, lots and lots and lots of smoke. And we've got primary OPFOR down to 47, almost 48% of their forces. Unknown hostiles are at 66% of theirs, we're at 97%. And we have won the dice off, so we are going last. And there are units to deploy on round 13. That must be one of the lightnings. Okay. So we've got a Galleon over here. We've got a Striker over here. We've got a foot platoon. The Lightning and the Wolfhound are in the same hex, it looks like. Hoser will try to kill the galleon, if nothing else, or one of the galleons. Tsubasa can afford to build up a little heat this turn. We will also, I think, be trying to take out a galleon this turn. Ash has eyes on the Wolfhound, it looks like. The lightning might have eyes on us. Let's get a zoom in on... Yeah, that lightning is facing to the south. The Wolfhound is facing down and to the left, which means that we are at medium range of his autocannon 20. I do not want to be there. We can jump to here, no, here. That's short range, which isn't ideal for us. Well, if we're gonna go short range, we might as well go melee range. Right? Warwolf will try to take out this striker, I think. Hopefully, we can do that on 4. Alright, the Vedette needs a 2, Vedette needs a 2, Galleon needs a 3, Stalker needs a 4, everyone succeeds. Stalker will generate 2 more heat this turn, no big deal. Lightning flees the battlefield, lightning flies off the map. Okay, so there are 2 lightnings left on the no. 1 flew off the map. No, 2 more have joined it. So the one that we have eyes on is the only one, but 2 of them will be returning. Hoser has eyes on this galleon on 5s, eyes on this galleon on 4s. We'll take the more difficult target just because Tsubasa, I think, is already going to have that one handled. Even though he did jump, I think he's got enough firepower to knock it down. And then we've got a 7. We'll throw in a 9 just to be extra sure. Tsubasa at the galleon on 7s will do 1 large and 4 mediums, puts us at 2 heat over. Ash can take on the Harasser on 10s, the Pegasus on a 9, the Wolfhound on an 8, Lightning also on an 8. We will shoot the Wolfhound and kick the Lightning, I think, unless we... Well... Lightning, we can kick it in the aft. Lightning's less of a... Well, the Lightning is basically a turret at this point. It's an autocannon 20 turret, which is scary. The Wolfhound has a large and 3 mediums, which is also, you know, significant. Hold off on that. We'll have Warwolf at the striker on 3s and 5s. And we'll go up to 45 heat to try to take out the striker. It's pretty tough. Yeah, we'll fire everything. No. No, we'll keep one of the medium lasers out of the action. That'll be both SRMs. That puts us at 2 heat over. That's acceptable. Ash. We should be able to get the kill on the Lightning. That'll free up this part of the map for when we do advance. We'll go up to... No, we'll go up to 4 heat with one of the pulses. Alright, the Wolfhound hits Ash in the right torso with a medium laser. No big deal there. The Flamer turret on 12's missing with everything. The Galleon at the Blackjack hits him in the right leg with a medium pulse laser. The striker missing on a 6. Hoser at the galleon hits him in the left side twice, 3 times for the kill. Tsubasa at the other galleon hits it in the right side twice, 3 times. Does not get the kill. Did create a malfunction in one of its medium lasers and left it with 0 armor on its right side. The stalker at the striker hits him in the left side with the first large laser, hits him in the turret with the second, and then immobilizing it, and then hitting it in the fuel tank. No more striker. So I'm glad we didn't overheat too badly. Ash at the lightning on 8. What's the breakdown of that anyway? 4, 5, plus 10 for jumping in range, or plus 5 more for that. Yeah, so hits it in the aft, hits it in the aft. Hits it actually with quite a few things in the aft, leaving it with 5 armor. We will... it looks like the Wolfhound is also trying to kick the lightning. We can kick the lightning on an 8. Wait, seriously? Oh, we're still... Oh, I did not realize that the Rangemaster Medium created a +2 to short range, a +2 short range modifier to melee attacks. Can we hatchet him on a 4, or we can kick him on a 3? Okay, so the short range modifier does not apply to weapon attacks. We can kick him on a 3. No, I don't see any reason not to. Warwolf can kick this building on an automatic success and destroy it. Alright, Wolfhound kicks the lightning in the right wing, crits on a medium laser. Ash kicks the lightning in the right wing, leaving it with 3 structure and critting on another medium laser. Warwolf kicks the building and destroys it. Sorry, building. Alright, Ash is at 4 heat, Tsubasa and Warwolf are at 2, Hoser is at 3. The Wolfhound is up to 5 heat already. Pilot Grady Gray has been picked up by the Pegasus. Fire spreads. Heavy smoke, light smoke. Fire was started. Okay, lots of fire, lots of burning. And we have won the dice off with Team 2, so we're going last again. We've got units deploying in 2 and 3 turns. We're at 96.7% of our forces, primary outforce down to 34% of theirs, unknown hostiles are at 42% of theirs. We've got quite a few things happening here. We've got eyes on a foot platoon in this building, which has a construction factor of 46, which is more damage than Hoser can put out in 1 turn with his PPCs. See, we've got Lightwoods, Inferno Fire, Heavy Smoke. We've got Inferno Fire. Doesn't say Smoke, doesn't say Woods. This is a Lightwoods with Heavy Smoke, so that's +3 to hit me from here. That is Heavy Smoke and Road. Construction factor 150. Maybe we can take out this Pack Rat, which shouldn't be too hard. The lightning has turned away from us, or he's turned his back away from us as well. We need a 3 for entering Rebel, and we... Oh, the conventional minefield. Dang, ouch. Forgot about that. Taking 20 to the left leg and 10 to the right leg. Finish moving, thank you. Hoser has this galleon still, which only moved for a TMM of 1. Tsubasa. And maybe come up here and flank the Wolfhound for a bit. Ash. And still shoot the lightning in the aft from here, it looks like. So that's a plan. Alright, Werewolf. Took 20 plus damage, needs a 5 to stay standing, gets a 4. Takes 9 damage to the center torso and the left leg some more, down to 1 armor. Werewolf does manage to avoid damage. And that was so stupid of me. We've got the Galleon on 5s and 7s. We'll go to 3 heat over for that. Tsubasa has eyes on Packrat, which is weak on the left side, it looks like, which we can't target. It is also weak on the front and the rear, it looks like. We can get him in the front on -1 and 1s. We'll go up to 1 heat because we jumped. No, we didn't jump, we ran. We've got the lightning on 7s. We'll build up a heat for that. And Werewolf has eyes on the foot platoon. On 0s. We can't torso twist to hit the Packrat. Yeah, how are we gonna get out of this mess? We're gonna have to go the long way around. But we do have that building on 0s and 2s. That's 1 heat. Hopefully 46. 16, 26, 36, 48. We're putting 48 at it. That's barely enough to kill it if everything hits, and that's including all 6 SRMs. So that foot platoon is likely to be safe for now. Alright, medium laser turret fixed the malfunction. Galleon tank fixed the malfunction. Armor does improve skills. I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, give the text practice, sure. Mainly because I went, I guess, blind to the little icon there. I was not paying attention. The flamer turret missing, the SRM6 turret missing. Hoser at the Galleon hits it in the left side and the turret, leaving it with 1 structure on the left side, critting on the medium laser. Tsubasa hitting the Packrat in the front and the right side, and the front some more, destroying it. Ash at the lightning hits it in the aft, knocking it possibly out of control. Which is funny because it's grounded. Hits it in the aft for 2 structure, hits it in the left wing, the right wing, and yeah, the right wing goes internal, destroys the structural integrity, destroyed by ejection. That's kind of funny. It took so much damage it popped the pilot out. Even though there was like no danger of going lawn dart because it already did. Werewolf at the building hits it for 8. Hits it for another 8. Hits it for 5, 5, 5, and 8, leaving it with 2 construction factor and leaving 7 guys alive. Tsubasa is not going to kick the building, nor is Ash. Everyone's between 1 and 3 heat, which is right where I like them to be. Fire spreads, heavy smoke, lots of heavy smoke, lots of light smoke, but mostly heavy smoke. We've won initiative again. We've been really lucky with the initiative. There'll be 1 lightning coming back next turn and another one the turn after. We're at 35% of our forces. Primary op 4 is at 31% of theirs. Unknown hostiles are at 35% of theirs. The galleon is trying to make its way out of here. Poser, what are your odds of hitting him? He is at long range now. And his rear is undamaged. We need to hit him in the left side. We can improve our target number by 1 if we do that. So yeah, I think that's the plan. The Wolfhound hasn't moved yet. Skidded 1 hex for a TMM of 2. So we will come up behind him and unload some medium lasers at a walk. Ash at the Vedette, which has not taken any damage. We'll stand still. Because the only way to get it at medium range would be to jump, which would mean a bonus of 2 but a penalty of 3, which is not worth it. So we're going to stand still as well. And Warwolf, can we move there? No, I want to do a careful stand, because otherwise it's going to be a 6+. And we will careful stand facing this way. Alright, Wolfhound needed a 4 for running and turning on pavement, gets a 2, falls 0 levels, takes 4 to the right arm, successfully avoids hurting the pilot, skids for 2 damage to the right arm, down to 2 armor. Stalker needs a 4, gets an 11. Poser at the galleon on 6s, and a 10 or 12s. We'll go up to 2 heat on a pair of 12s versus 4 heat on a 10. Tsubasa at the Wolfhound on 7s into his back. It's a shame he doesn't have ammo for us to crit on. Ash at the Vedette on 7s as well. That's going to be pretty much everything. Everything but 1 small pulse. And Warwolf at this building some more. It's only going to take 2 points of damage. We need -3s to hit it, so yeah. There's no point in building up any heat. Just throw a couple large lasers at it. Medium laser turret hits Ash in the left torso for 5. The flamer turret hits Tsubasa in the left leg for 1. The Vedette missing on a 9, the Wolfhound missing on an 11, the SRM-6 turret landing 5 SRMs on Ash's left arm and across the torso and left leg. Poser at the galleon hits it in the rear, hits it in the turret. Missed with everything else. It's getting away. Better catch it. Blackjack at the Wolfhound missing with the large, landing 2 mediums to the left torso rear and the head, forcing his first consciousness check, and the right torso rear. So those side torsos are both open but not internal. Ash at the Vedette on 7s hits it in the right side, costing it half its movement points, hits it in the left side, costing it another movement point. The rear, the turret, the rear, the turret, the rear, and the turret for 3 each. We've destroyed the building and killed 3 more guys. The building collapses, kills 3 more guys. There's 2 guys left alive. Tsubasa is not going to kick the building. Ash is going to kick the Vedette because the target number is 1 better than the hatchet, and we are not going to kick the building. We kicked the Vedette in the rear and destroyed it. Ash is at 3 heat, Hoser is at 2, everyone else is running cool. We've still got Inferno fires and regular fires burning brightly. We've still got loads of heavy and light smoke. We're at 94%. The primary op 4 is down to 23.9%. So they are below 25%, it looks like. Unknown hostiles are at 35%. That's 9 out of 23 units. So we're actually trying to get them down to what, like 5 out of 23 units? So we need to kill 4 more dudes. I'd like to keep eyes on the galleon and try to kill him this turn. Warwolf will be, I think, backing up into this hex. Get the foot platoon at 3 hex range. There's only 2 guys left. That's an elevation change. Oh, there's a building there. I'm glad that popped up. I was not trying to step up onto a height 1 construction factor 7 building. No, I will be backing up into this hex. Thank you. Galleon still hasn't moved. The Wolfhound still hasn't moved. Ash. Move into those light woods at 2, and then follow the road for 3 and 4. And 5. That gives us a TMM of +1. More importantly, it gets us really close to that Wolfhound, who hasn't moved yet. But maybe we can take him out. Galleon still hasn't moved. I think Hoser wants to try to close on the Galleon. And he's saving that Galleon for some reason. And the Wolfhound as well. Alright, the Harasser needs a 6 for flanking and turning, gets a 7. The Wolfhound needs a 5 for standing up, gets a 7. Hoser at the Galleon on 7s, at the Lightning out of visual range. So that's going to be 7s on the Galleon. And we'll go for a 9 as well to put us 3 over. Tsubasa does not have eyes on the Wolfhound, however, does have eyes on the Pegasus and the Harasser. 8s on the Pegasus, 9s on the Harasser. That'll be the Pegasus on 8s then, and that'll be a large and 4 mediums, putting us at 1 heat under our cap. Ash, taking fire from the laser turret, taking fire from the Pegasus and the Harasser, presumably. There's a pilot, so that's 1 down out of the, what, 5 that I wanted to get? Because I don't count a pilot as a unit, but the game does. We've got the Wolfhound on 6s, and we will unleash hell. We've got him on 8s with the pulses. We'll go to 4 over for that. And Warwolf has eyes on nobody but the Flamer. It's like, unless... Not in arc. Can we fix that? We've got... Oh, we've got the Lightning on 6s with those large lasers. That's worth doing. And we'll throw in the LRMs on 6s as well. Wolfhound is prone again, I saw that. Hoser at the Galleon hits it in the turret and destroys the Galleon. Another kill for him. Blackjack at the Pegasus, missing with the large, but landing 2 of its mediums to the left side and turret, costing it half its movement points, and down to 14 and 16 armor in those locations. Medium laser turret hits Ash in the right torso, down to 13. Hoser calls in an order for more paint. Of course he does. The Harasser, missing on 9s. The Lightning, missing with the autocannon, thankfully. Medium lasers to the left leg and right torso. Ash at the Wolfhound, hits him in the right leg, hits him in the right torso. The left arm, the center torso, left leg. The right torso is down to 1. The center torso is down to 6. And a small pulse to the right laser down to 6 structure for no crit. The Stalker at the Lightning hits him in the left wing. 4 damage transfers to the structural integrity. LRM5 to the nose, to the nose, to the nose. Oh man, he's got one structure left. We couldn't hit his left wing for one more point. That sucks. The Wolfhound at Ash hits her in the left leg with a medium laser. Would have been the head, but it costs us an edge. So those both hit the left leg, down to 18 armor there. Pegasus at Ash hits her in the right torso rear with a medium laser, down to 2 armor there, and 4 SRMs. The right arm and center torso rear, 3 more. To the left leg, left arm, and that right torso rear is down to 0 armor. SRM 6 turret missing on 12s, so Ash takes no more damage to the rear. Wolfhound needs a 6 to stay standing, gets a 3, falls on its rear, takes 4 to the right arm critical for no effect. Needs a 6 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets a 7. Ash took 20 plus, needs a 4, gets an 8. Tsubasa will not be kicking, well. Destruction factor 14. Yeah, we'll kick that building for 9, just to get it. We hatched the Pegasus. We can, impossible. We can hit 5. No, we can hit the Pegasus with our right hand hatchet on a 5 for 15 damage. Blackjack kicks the building for 9. It's got 5 structure left. Archer hatchets the Pegasus in the front, immobilizing it and leaving it with 2 armor. Holzer is at 3 heat. Ash is at 4. The Wolfhound is at 6. And I think he's got what? 2 engine crits, was it? No, he's got no engine crits. He got all the way up to 16 heat on his lonesome. Lightning needs a 6 to stay in control, gets a 9. Lots and lots of smoke and fire. We've got more reinforcements coming in this turn. We've got the primary op4 down to 14%. 5, 6, 7, 8. -1 for the pilot is 7 out of 23. It's not quite a quarter. We need to kill 2 more of the primary op4 units to really seal the victory. And I am trying to hurry because we are down to the last few minutes of tonight's stream. Hoser will back up into these woods again. Warwolf. Let's see, that's Lightwoods, Road, that's Lightwoods and Heavy Smoke and Road and Woods. That's Heavy Smoke and Woods. We can... we will walk on Road, thank you, and maybe get eyes on another target that we can kill. The Wolfhound is really hurting, especially that right torso and right arm. The Pegasus is immobile. Ash needs to get to where she doesn't have anyone behind her, because her right torso rear is open. Wait. I was thinking this was Wyvern with the ammo. Man. Yeah, she's less concerned with taking damage to the rear than I was thinking. Still, don't want to do that if we don't have to. The Wolfhound. The Wolfhound, Tsubasa can get in behind the Wolfhound and maybe kick the Harasser as well. Oh man, we're gonna get a flyby. Harasser needs a 6, gets a 7. Wolfhound needs a 5, gets a 6. Hoser has a lightning coming right at him on 5s. And that's not about a perfect target. I don't know what is. Yeah, we'll do 5, 5, 5, and we'll go up to 4 heat on a 7. Tsubasa has the back of the Wolfhound on 5, so we'll take that all day. -1 from our heat cap. Ash has the Wolfhound on 8s, or the Harasser on, what, 10s? Yeah, we'll do 8s for 1 heat over. We've got 6s with the pulse lasers. We'll go 3 heat over for 1 of them. Warwolf only has eyes on the lightning on 8s. I don't see any other viable targets besides the turrets, and we're not doing that. So that'll be 8s and some 12s. And some 8s with the LRMs, putting us at heat neutral. Alright, the Harasser hits Tsubasa in the right leg and center torso with medium lasers, down to 11 and 14. The medium laser turret hits Ash in the left leg, would have been the head, but we used our last point of edge to redirect that to the leg somehow. Hoser at the lightning hits it in the nose, the left wing, and the nose. Critical hit on the medium laser, and a large laser to the nose as well, down to 25 armor there. Tsubasa at the Wolfhound hits it in the center torso rear with a large engine, critting on his engine. Medium laser to the center torso rear, critting on the gyro and engine. Medium laser to the right arm transfers into the right torso rear, leaving it with 5 structure. And not enough to knock it down. That's only 18 points. Well, that's 18 points and a gyro crit, which might be enough to knock it down. The Wolfhound missing the Blackjack on a 7. The Lightning missing the Wolfhound on a 7 with the big gun. The left and right torso rear each taking a medium lasers. The right torso rear being destroyed. The left torso being down to 3 structure. Ash at the Wolfhound hits him in the left torso front for 5, down to 6 armor. The left arm down to 0. The left torso down to 1. Left arm down to 1 structure, critting on the hand. And the small pulse laser destroying the left arm and transferring into the left torso, down to 2 structure there. The SRM-6 turret landing 4 SRMs on Tsubasa's left side and center torso. Stalker at the Lightning hits it in the aft, possibly knocking it out of control and leaving it with 25 armor in the aft. And 8 LRMs to the aft and left wing for no crit. Wolfhound needs a 10 to stay standing, gets a 6, takes 4 damage to the left leg, 7 armor left. Needs a 10 to avoid hurting the pilot, needs a 5 to stay conscious, gets a 10. Tsubasa can kick the Harasser on a 7 and kick the Wolfhound on a 2. That's what we're gonna do. Ash can kick the Harasser on a 5. Or hatchet it on a 6. The hatchet does not carry the risk of falling down, so we'll do that. Warwolf might as well kick this building, try to knock it down. Alright, Blackjack kicks the Wolfhound in the center torso for 9, critting on his gyro and medium laser. Ash misses the hatchet on the Harasser, would have hit if that had been a kick, so that was entirely the wrong choice to make. And the Stalker destroys building 190027. So yeah, oh man, that's annoying and frustrating when Ash could have hit the Harasser if it had kicked, but I chose to use the hatchet because it was safer. Hoser's at 4 heat. Ash is at 3. All the rest of our people are at 0. The Lightning is at 0 heat. The Wolfhound gains 21 heat, sinks 10, is now at 17 heat. Needs a 4+ to avoid shutdown, rolls a 10. The Lightning is out of control, loses 2 elevation, but does not crash. More fire was started this round, more heavy smoke. Yeah, it's double gyroed, it's going to eject, and I was actually just making a mental note that I need to mark that kill for Tsubasa. Wait, was that Tsubasa that got the double gyro? Cavern destroyed. Yeah, we kicked him in the chest and got the double gyro, so that is going to the blackjack. We have won the dice off for initiative, so we're going last. We're at 91.5%. They are at about 9% of their forces. And I think this is going to be the last round of the match. Hoser can take pot shots at this lightning, but I do want to back up into these woods to do it. Tsubasa will advance on the harasser. Ash will back up away from the Pegasus. Warwolf will advance on the harasser. Wait, that's 2 hexes, 2 movement points. That is Lightwoods, that's why. Okay. As long as we're not stepping on any crumbly buildings. No, we're just moving through woods. Alright, the Wolfhound ejects, so we're gonna give that one to Tsubasa. Oh, but failed to eject successfully. Tatiana Frace, sorry about that. Warwolf will generate 4 more heat. Lightning flies off the map. Lightning flees the battlefield. Okay, so that's 2 of the lightnings that will not be coming back. Including the one that Hoser was going to shoot at. So dang. No target for Hoser. Tsubasa at the harasser on 5s. Gonna be large and 4 mediums. Actually, you know what? This is the last turn. We'll do 2 larges and 3 mediums for 8 over. I don't want to push it too hard, but I want to push it a little bit. The SRM-6 turret is shooting at Tsubasa. What does he need? He needs 11s. That's fine. Ash at the Pegasus needs to target it in the front on 4s. And we'll go to 8 heat over for that as well. Warwolf at the harasser as well on 4s. We'll go 4 heat over with just the energy weapons, and we'll call that a turn. Medium laser turret hits Ash in the right arm for 5. Harasser hits Tsubasa in the right arm and left leg for 5 each. SRM-6 turret missing with everything. The blackjack Tsubasa hits the harasser in the turret and destroys it. So that is 1 more tank down. Ash at the Pegasus hits it in the turret, hits it in the front, hits it in the front again, destroying it. And the Stalker at the harasser, it's already dead, so that's 2 more kills for us. I want to say that's just about everyone, except for that one pilot. Alright, Tsubasa and Ash are at 8 heat each, which is fine, considering the match is basically over. We've got primary op 4 down to 1 unit, we've got turrets down to 3 units. That is enough to call it a victory, and that is the conditions for claiming this base for our own use. Federated Commonwealth and unknown hostiles admit defeat, and we are donezo. Team 1 has achieved all required victory conditions. Huzzah. Always save the salvage. Hoser got 4 kills. Nice. Foot platoon survived, I guess. I guess there was more than 1 foot platoon. I think there were 3 actually. Antonio Martinez survived. Tsubasa got 3 kills. Ash got 4 kills. Warwolf got 1. Well, Lightnings got 0 kills. The graveyard contains lots of things. Yes, we controlled the battlefield. We took light damage to the stalker, particularly the legs, because I was not paying attention to where I was putting him. Ash took no internal damage, lots of armor to go through, and Tsubasa also all just armor damage. No one got hurt because of Edge, thankfully. Platoon, Lightning, SRM, and Flamer turret and the medium laser turret all escaped. The turrets did not escape. The Lightning and the Foot Platoon sure they did. Do we want to salvage? A Wolfhound. What does that do to our percentage? Puts us at 13%, which is fine. We've also got a Galleon that I'm not too worried about. We've got a Javelin's inoperable. The Clint. I actually kind of like Clints. They modify well, if you ask me. That puts us at 20%, and that's fine with me. Did we capture anybody real quick? We captured one guy from the Foot Platoon 145. 147 we captured a few people from, a couple more. 137 is the Harasser we got someone from. The J. Edgar, we captured a couple people. The Pack Rat, that's both Pack Rats we managed to capture someone from. Pegasus and the Savannah Master. Let's see, that was the Wolfhound goes to Tsubasa with the kick for the gyro. So that is, if I can try to get everything on screen at one time. I don't think I'll be able to. Nope, I won't. Hoser looks like got the Savannah Master, both of the Galleons and the Foot Platoon. Ash got the J. Edgar, the Lightning, the Pegasus, and the Vedette. Lots of XP going around here. Tsubasa got the Harasser, the Wolfhound, the Pack Rat, and the other Pack Rat. Wait, were there 3 Pack Rats? I thought there were 2. Oh, well, guess I wasn't paying close enough attention. We did force withdrawal of 75% of the enemy forces, and then some, I would say. We did not force withdrawal of 100% of the turrets. We did preserve the medium laser, the SRM6, and the flamer turret. So we will be capturing this base. We forced withdrawal of plenty of enemies, and that is... okay, so we lost a scenario victory point for not destroying the base, but we gained 2 scenario victory points for taking control. Which works for me. And we can call that, I think, a decisive victory. Well, yeah, we'll call that a decisive victory. Just because. It feels decisive to me. We did gain ourselves a early warning center. Let's see, the repair bay now has some salvage and, actually no salvage, just the Clint and the Wolfhound. And this is where we're going to call it for tonight. If I'm not mistaken, there might be an hour or so left in the Catalyst Game Labs stream. They're doing a special for the Kickstarter. Hopefully that's still going on for you guys. I don't know how to raid them. I didn't catch the name of the channel. So I'll be raiding Big Fluffy, I guess. And... maybe Big Fluffy is watching their stream. I don't know what he's actually got going on right now. But thank you all for joining me. Hoser, Mr. McGorilla, Gribbly, and of course, Imisa. I hope I'm saying that right. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you guys all have a good week until I see you again. Thank you for watching. Okay, I am saying it right. That's good to know. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I will be here next week for another match. we'll see you then. You guys have a good one.